What's good, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Traumaless podcast. I'm your host, JR. It's my co-host, Pat.
Yo, what's up,
Before we get
everybody?
into the mental tap in, everyone, please make sure that you follow, like, comment, and subscribe.
He said, "I'm gonna get this intro right." He said,
I didn't expect for you to add more to it.
I mean, you can take a little pause, a little yo.
All right, start over.
No,
No.
Keep going.
Not because I'm already fucked up.
Just make sure tell the people where they could find us, where they could,
No, I'm starting over.
No. Keep going.
Oh my god.
Don't let the perfectionist happen.
No, because it's already fucked up, man.
It's okay.
My brain gonna be thrown off.
It's okay.
I don't know where I stopped at.
Come on.
I don't know where I
Before
stopped
we move
at.
to the mental tap in.
You can follow us on our social media platforms at Traumaless Podcast. Now, if you end up wanting to, you threw off my whole thing. Start that shit over.
No, we're keeping it.
The hell we're not.
We are.
No, the fuck we're not.
You guys can follow.
I'm starting over.
We're not starting over.
Yes, we are.
That's what makes good content.
No.
It's time for the Traumaless podcast. I'm a fellas party at the Traumaless podcast. I'm a ladies party at the Traumaless podcast. I'm a fellas party at the Traumaless podcast. Everybody party at the Traumaless podcast. Everybody party at the Traumaless podcast.
Welcome to the Traumaless podcast. Welcome to the Traumaless podcast. Welcome to the Traumaless podcast. Welcome to the Traumaless podcast. Welcome to the Traumaless podcast. Welcome to the Traumaless podcast. Welcome to the Traumaless podcast. Welcome to the Traumaless podcast. Welcome to the Traumaless podcast. Welcome to the Traumaless podcast. Welcome to the Traumaless podcast.
Can you still hear me from right here?
Welcome to the Traumaless podcast. Welcome to the Traumaless podcast.
Since our host could not properly execute. his
No,
part.
because he wanted to throw me off. I wanted to start over.
How
and
did
he
I
didn't
throw
want-
you off? You're a host. You're supposed to, do your intro. You could have took a 5-second pause.
Because I didn't expect for you to add
I
more
just
to
said,
it.
"Yo, what's up, everybody?" Like, and you
I-
just heard, "Yo."
You said yo. Like, that's normally what you end up doing. You just say yo.
I decided to switch it up today.
Well, my fault. I didn't know that you wanted to switch it up.
All right. Let's get in. Let's get into the mental tap in.
I don't. I'm irritated.
So you went from content to irritated.
Yes, now I'm irritated.
Let's
Fuck
talk
you.
about it. Why are you feeling irritated now?
Because you fucked me up. I was not expecting that. And now y'all won't let me start over so it can be good. You're like, no. Don't be a perfectionist. Fuck that. I want my shit to sound great. I don't like to look stupid on the goddamn air.
Listen, everybody looks stupid once or twice.
You look stupid. Fuck you.
You look stupid, I'm wearing green and black and yellow. What the fuck?
They actually go together though. That's gonna be the theme
Like,
of
what
my
the fuck?
house. Actually, green, black, and yellow.
At the end of the day, fuck both of y'all.
But
Y'all
no,
want me
for
to
real, how are you feeling today?
I was content. Now I'm irritated.
Why are you feeling irritated?
I already said it because y'all wouldn't let me start over.
You'll be all right. But overall, for real, how are you feeling? Like,
Content. I'm good. Like, I'm at peace at where I'm at right now. So ain't nothing more that I could want from things right now. Like, I'm back home at my parents and getting my life back on track. Like, we got the podcast going. We got some things that we got coming down the road. So it's like, I'm content where I'm at right now. Like, so I'm all right. How you feeling?
I would say today I'm feeling optimistic. Last night I was really able to kind of put some thoughts to paper, kind of structure, a little roadmap, a little timeline. And I would say I'm optimistic because it's just like seeing everything out on paper, seeing, kind of how I've already kind of been on track to doing this, but actually putting it down and having something to look at just made me realize, like, damn, I have something to look forward to. And one of the things, like, by doing so, it also made me realize, like, this is not going to be an overnight thing. It's going to take 10 years for me to fully, like, bring about and birth, like, not even birth, but just, like, for what I want to get to where it needs to be, it's going to take at least 10 years. And so it's like I'm optimistic about that journey, the people, the challenges, the experiences, the different,
You talk about everything as a whole, yourself, or just the projects that you got?
I would say everything as a whole because you can't do one thing without the other. Like in order to, it's like I don't know, it all is intertwined. It's my life, so it's like it's whether in order for me to do good in business, I have to do personal development. I have to learn how to be a leader. I have to learn how to communicate. I have to have healthy habits. So it's really kind of like a overall thing. But the main thing would be my the business, Gordy. So I'm feeling optimistic.
It'll get there sooner than later. Like I have faith in you. Like, and you already know you're not by yourself. Like you got a team that's here to help with any way possible. So like you got Nate Dogg, like that's gonna help in any way that he can. You got me. I probably ain't gonna be helped that much, but
you gotta stop putting yourself down.
Well, what you got going on, like that ain't my lane.
I mean, yeah, but so that's the thing about it is what people don't like. We already doing what I am doing, if that makes sense. It's just we haven't reached the other levels yet as far as like business development and X, Y, and Z. Right now, I could say we're focusing on like the media and branding part right now. So it's like, believe it or not, it's like you are still a part of helping me because like, in order for me to be successful, you have to be successful. If I don't make you successful, then how are people going to believe in what I have going on? You know what I'm saying? It's why, and when you think about it, it's literally what I created, a resource.
One hand washes the other.
Exactly. So, like I said, it's already started. It's just more so about keeping this thing, keeping the momentum rolling.
Nah, I fuck with it. Like, I like where you at right now. Like, I see the progression from when we first started or when I even first brought the idea to you. And so therefore it's like then to now it's like, yeah, you did some leaps and bounds, bro. So
I just honestly, I had to think about it too. I appreciate you for trusting me because, yeah. You could, it's like, when it comes to ideas, visions and dreams and things of that nature, that's like your baby. So it's like, to have somebody come in and just kind of like, not even take over, but just kind of to trust me enough to like take heed to the little bit of knowledge I do know, even though like I'm not like at top tier level yet, if that makes sense. Taking a chance and being at the ground level.
Yeah, this the thing though, is like, who am I to not try to trust you? I'm not where I wanted to be now. If I just was to be everything that succeeded for me, I done did all this, that, and the third, then it's like, do I want to put my trust in this person? But it's like, nah, like, I'm starting off from ground zero my damn self. So it's like, why wouldn't I trust you? Like, you have experience and advice and certain knowledge that I don't have. So it's like, if somebody is willing to go through this process with me, why not? This, like, and since this is a relationship, like whether or not it's a business relationship or a regular friendship, like we have a relationship with each other. Like me, you, and Nate. Like this is all a part of what we're doing. Like,
right.
So like I'm gonna trust you just like I'm gonna trust Nate. I'm dead.
So what we gonna be talking about today?
All right. So when I was on YouTube, I think either yesterday or a couple days ago, like I ended up seeing this video that was done by artist, or not artist, but a creator, mediocre tutorials and reviews. Butcher it, but it'll be in the description. But either way, he was doing a review on a video that was put up by Mr. Jason O. Wilson. It's where he talked about the respect and disrespect between like both parties of men and women. And he speaks on how men are disrespected by their very women that they love. And he also goes on and says that for years we are constantly told that men need love. I mean, men need respect and women need love. So when I'm listening to that and everything, I'm just like, it just automatically puts me in a perspective like, oh, well, what is disrespect and what is respect? As he's talking and everything, like the video be pinned in the comments for people to be able to go and look at that. But I just started to think like, what is disrespect? What is respectful? All that type stuff. I started to go back and think about some of the conversations I had with other people on how I've been disrespectful and all that type stuff. And I'm like, I don't think I was disrespectful in any of those situations. It's all perspective sometimes. So I just like, yeah, like especially when we was trying to think of a conversation or a topic to talk about for the episode, I was like, maybe this.
Yeah, no, I like that. I think the first, like, I feel like the first thing we should really, like, kind of start off with is, like, what is respect? Because I think that respect, everyone has, it's very intricate. It's very situational. Everybody has a different standard of respect. So for you, generally, what do you think respect is?
So I had to put it right here for me. So I think respect looks like both parties honoring boundaries that are set in place in a healthy situation. So it's like if I tell you like, hey, I don't like to be talked to a certain type of way, and that's the boundary I said like, hey, don't do this, and then you be like, you know what? Okay, I'll honor that boundary that you set, but in though of honoring it, you also gotta give me a little leeway with certain things where I'm not completely changing who I am and all that type of stuff. So that's why I feel like that's respect, if that makes sense.
Okay. Let me pull up. So I want to pull up because I was looking, like, I like to look at the etymology of things. I was kind of reading up on it a little bit. So it's actually, they have it as a noun and they have it as a verb. But I mean, it's what they have it as is to regard with notice, with special attention. To look back, regard, consider, treat with differential esteem. Yeah, I really truly just feel like it's just having a certain level of like caution or just like care or attention for something or someone at the like very basic level. Let me ask you this. Do you think respect is earned or do you think respect should be given automatically?
I think there's a certain level of respect that you give people, where it's like, to you, it's like you're not going to be disrespectful. Like, yeah, like treat people how you want to be treated. So it's like I'm not going to just come up and just start cussing you out or just being overall like disrespectful to somebody, but you still got to earn my respect. I'm not just going to automatically be like, yeah, you have my respect. Nah, that's chalk. You got to earn that shit from me, just like I got to earn it from you. That's just my thought process on things.
So let me ask you this. What would be the difference between, so, okay, with the mindset of treat others how you want to be treated, if that is the case, what exactly would you be earning if you're going to automatically be treating people with respect?
So, and that's why I say it like to a certain extent. So if, like, let's say if I see a elderly lady like struggling to walk across the street, she moving slow. Instead of me just like move, get the fuck out my way because you in my way type shit. Nah, like I ain't just like, if it was my grandmother, like I would want somebody to try to help her out and try to help her get across the street. I'm gonna treat you with some type of respect, like holding the door and whatnot. But don't have it as a mindset like I'm obligated to do this shit. Because that's where the part comes in for me. Is like, don't think that this is an obligation. Like I don't like feeling obligated to do it. Like it's a choice.
So what would you consider disrespect? What is considered disrespect then?
Like I had said in my definition, like if somebody verbalizes their boundaries and what they do and don't like Like, prime example, if you go over to somebody's house and they say, hey, I don't allow people to wear shoes in here past the door threshold. So can you take off your shoes? And they're not disrespectful. They're not saying, oh, take off your fucking shoes right now. No, they're saying like, hey, like, you just honor my house and can you take off your shoes at the door? So the respectful side is to say, okay, cool. Like, this is your household and you take off the shoes. Disrespectful is like, what the fuck am I taking my shoes off for? Like you probably wear shoes throughout this whole place. Like, I'm not taking off my shoes. You know what I'm saying? So that would be more the disrespectful type joint, and like somebody being respectful. Like, you're honoring their household. You're honoring their boundaries. This is their house. Being disrespectful is like you're not trying to honor that shit.
No, let me ask you something. Now, what if a person doesn't know boundaries? You haven't reached a level where you and a person express boundaries with each other, or you guys haven't reached that point in a relationship. How do you, like, for using that example, let's say they started cussing, like, take your fucking shoes off in my house, or whatever the case may be. Is that still considered disrespect, even though y'all haven't had that verbal agreement, or like, hey, that's a boundary. I don't appreciate people cussing at me.
Yes, it's still considered disrespectful, like, to that person. The other person, if that's just the way that he talks and all that type of stuff, to him, he might not view it as disrespect. But to the masses of us, we all realize that, like, the way that you approach and talk to people can come off as disrespectful because it was just rude and nasty. Like, it's a way that you could have talked to me and has got your point across without it just coming off harsh and demanding. Like, I don't have to do this. I'm respecting the fact that you're asking me to do this because this is your house.
So, with that being said, I want to segue. Let's talk about respect and disrespect in the household between amongst children and parents. I feel like, let's start there. What are your thoughts?
Boy, like, all right. So there is a threshold of respect and disrespect when it comes to parents and children, because a lot of times parents view everything as disrespectful soon as it comes from a child. Like, if they're below you, under you, whatnot, like, it don't even have to be a parent and a child. It could be an adult and somebody that's younger than you, and they'll view something based off of their principles and how they were raised as disrespect. So if you talk back to your mom, just voicing how you feel about something, don't even have to be disrespectfully, meaning like you're not saying something wild, like you're just voicing how you feel. Like, oh, mom, I really didn't like the fact that you did this, that, and the third, and now just because you responded back to, or you said something back, now she's like, oh, no, you're being disrespectful. Like, no, what did I say bad or wrong? You can be calling her out on her bullshit. Now she's like, oh, like, who the fuck are you to call me out on my bullshit? Like, that's disrespectful. No, it's not. You just don't like the fact that I held the mirror up to you. A lot of parents don't like that. Yeah, they don't like being called out on their shit.
So now let me ask you this though: Is it a child's place to call their parents out on their shit?
I think I'll say it's a healthy way of doing it without it coming across where it's like you're crossing boundaries. But I don't think that is not a child's place. Like, it's one thing if it has nothing to do with them, but it's like if something really has to do with the child and they're like, hey, listen, I don't like the way that you're doing things with me. Like, you didn't have to take my stuff or put me on this type of punishment where you could have just talked to me. Like, if I did something wrong, just talk to me.
Right.
Like, I'm not allowed to have an opinion or a say to like what's going on or how I'm being treated.
Right.
Like, kids are allowed to set boundaries as well. I ain't saying like they have to be allowed to set hard boundaries and all that type of stuff, but it's like they are allowed to be like, hey, listen, I don't like to be talked to this way. Growing up, you don't have to yell at me. You don't have to. I never had to be beat as a kid because you could just talk to me.
I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm reflecting, like, so I ain't gonna lie. To the average, from the outside looking in, people would probably think I was a disrespectful kid.
You're a disrespectful person. Not joking.
Nah,
I'm playing.
I'm really not. But no, I guess like reflecting on like my household and just kind of like, growing up, there really never was any respect for us as kids. I don't know how everybody else grew up, but me personally, it's more so of do what you're told.
Don't question.
Don't
Just do it.
question nothing. You just very strict, very
Militant household type shit.
yeah. But then on top of that as well, it's like that's one thing. But then when you're disrespected as well, and when I mean disrespected, I mean like you bitch ass nigga, you fuck nigga this, you da 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 da. It's only so much like regardless of you being a child, I'm still a person. And so in my household, eventually, I became grown. Not grown, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I stepped into my ego. Like who the fuck are you talking to? Like you're not gonna disrespect me. I'm gonna disrespect you back, and I'm gonna hold that mirror back up to your face. Now, I do not agree with because I do feel like within our community, it's like your voice is silenced at a young age. You can't question nothing. You can't express how you feel. You're not taught how to express how to feel. It's like this is just the way things are. Deal with it, or like nobody ever really takes the time out to really kind of sit down with you and explain things.
Yeah, they don't teach you how to communicate in a healthy manner.
They don't teach you real emotional intelligence.
Exactly, because they, as adults, they don't even especially a lot of our parents, they don't have that ability to have emotional intelligence. They was never taught that either.
So yeah, cycle just constantly repeats itself. But and it's sad because it's like, although I'm not for of course your voice, I'm not for being arguing and cussing out your parents and this, that, and the third. I also do understand why now that there are a lot of kids that are very rebellious and very don't want to listen to their elders, because it's just like when I don't know, it's like you not only are you not respecting me as a person, I'm going to you go to school, you go out into the world, you get disrespected, you can't really express nothing to how you feel, and some people that breaks some people. Yeah. So I can see the result of why we have so many people just walking. It's really a sad state to see, but everybody just disrespectful to each other. They have no regard for common decency, the common basic respect, the old lady on the street walking across, or the fact that, hey, I didn't express this boundary to you, but you crossed it, so now that gives me the right to cuss you clean out, and it's like we see it running rampant.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that affects us that we don't even realize that affected us until the time comes, and especially when it comes to disrespect and being respectful. Prime example, there was a time that me and my ex, we was living together. Her mom came over, and we was over. I cuss a lot, I truly do, but I was being very respectful, wasn't cussing. We in household that I pay for and all that type of stuff, but I'm still being respectful because this is her mom. I'm giving the respect through her, and plus, yeah, she is older, but still, it's this is your mom, so I'm give her the respect because you're my girl. And we just over here having fun, playing around, joking, and all that type of stuff, and I end up cussing. Her mom oh, you're cussing like a sailor. You talk like this.
You're
I'm
a monster.
I'm cracking up.
Oh, she's oh, you talk like this. I'm yeah, but I've really been curving a lot of it. And so apparently she said something to my girl later, and then she has a conversation with me, and I'm over here what am I really doing wrong? First off, this is my household. I live here. I pay bills here. So regardless of whether or not it's your mom, your dad, an adult, it could be my parents. I live here. One, you're not my mom. Two, I'm a grown ass fucking man, and I pay bills to live here, not you. So I had an issue with that. We had some back and forth. I'm not saying I was right, but I'm not saying I wasn't wrong either, because essentially this is my boundary. This is where my safe place is, that I live here.
I agree.
If I was to go to her household and she said, hey, I don't like the way that you talk and no cussing and this and that third, I gotta respect it. This is your household that you live, but you're in my place.
One thing that I'm pondering over in my head, I'm trying to figure out how to word it, is respect versus people pleasing.
Mm-hmm.
Because at what point, how much respect, like, how much of yourself are you going to have to give up to respect another person?
Mm-hmm.
I.e., disguised as people pleasing.
Right.
Because in that example, it's like, you know, the respect of the fact that I have the respect for you that you are an elder and, you know, I try to mind my language. But at the same time, like you said, this is my space. This is where I should feel, you know, comfortable to be me. I shouldn't have to worry about filtering myself because of your opinion and what you view as respectful and disrespectful.
Right.
So what is your thoughts on, like, just, what do you think about that respect and people pleasing? Do you think there's a thin line between that, or do you feel like, what are your thoughts? Yeah.
So I think when it comes to respect, it's basically just like how you're taught, like growing up, like what's considered respectful and what's not considered respectful. So therefore, like when it comes to that, it can be blurred together that you're so respectful that now you're pleasing these other people because like, oh, I don't want to like you're my elder, so I'm not going to disrespect you, but yet you can talk to me crazy. That's people pleasing in my eyes at that point because you were taught to just give them what they want just because they're older. So you can't be disrespectful towards me and think that that's okay just because you're a part of the older generation. No. So yeah, I think it was really just the fact that we were taught a certain type of way.
I couldn't agree because I even think it don't even have to be an elder. It's even like at work, you know, respect, you know, work, respect. Like all these rules and like stipulations about like what respect is and how you're supposed to display that. I don't know. In my mind, it just really sounds like people pleasing.
Yeah, trust me, I got stories for days as far as like disrespectful, respect, all that type of stuff. Like even another prime example, my mom. I always try to set a boundary with her with certain things, and she constantly crosses those boundaries and says like, "Oh, because I'm the mother." So, like, if I'm over here fucking, and you're constantly blowing my phone up while I'm having sex and everything, and I say to you later, like, stop calling my phone. If I don't answer, that means I'm busy. I'm like, oh no, you need to answer my call. Okay. So it's like, if I'm over here doing something and I answer, I'm like, so like next time I'm fucking, you want me to just answer the phone, huh? She's like, oh, why you being nasty? Da, da, da. Like, cause you're not respecting my boundary. I'm telling you, stop calling my fucking phone, bro. Stop. Like, one call, I don't answer, automatically have the mindset of he's probably busy, he's probably at work, playing basketball, he's doing something. I have a smartphone. I can see that you called me. And then I try to tell her all the time, just because you called me multiple times, that don't mean a damn thing. Stop calling me and stop sending me a text message afterwards telling me to call you. You making it seem like it's an emergency, and I hate that shit. It's not. All she'd be like, oh, I just was trying to check on you. The fuck? You could have asked that, and you could have sent me a text. You could have texted that shit to me. Obviously, I'm busy doing something. Like, we could be doing this podcast right now, and she'd have been blowing up my phone. I have like 4 or 5 phone calls back to back, and then a text message saying, call me. I'm busy. Obviously, I ain't answered the call for a reason. Otherwise, I'd have answered it. Nah. But it'd be a lot of stuff like that. And I'm like, it's not your business with certain things. Like, if I walk out the door, she'd be like, oh, where you going? Who you going with? Where, this and that. I'm like, stop questioning me.
Yo, you don't like that, but you'll sit there and do that to me every single day.
I do it just to mess with you. She's actually doing it.
Yeah.
She actually cares.
But my mama, I mean, I know, but that's like, that's your pit. That irks me so bad. Like, I be trying to catch myself too, because I be ready to say, nigga, what the fuck do you care for? Like, I ain't gonna lie. And you know, and I know you been doing it to piss me off. I be like, because I don't know. It's just something about being, like, why are you questioning every single, I don't like that. Like, let me be.
For me, when it comes to my mom, for me, it's just more so, it's like, I feel like that you don't trust my decision making. it comes off as if every single time I walk out this door, you think that I'm going to put myself in a bad position. And I'm like, yo, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't go to parties. All I did growing up was play basketball, video games, watch anime, hang out with my friends, literally in the crib and just chill. I don't go to jail. I don't do nothing. So why are you questioning my decision making?
Because it's fear-based parenting.
Don't fear that shit with me. I'm chilling.
Nah, I mean, like as I get older, I do understand like um, the way that my mom parented, or even both my parents, all my parents, I as much as I really like, was upset about it, I still have to take account and respect the fact that you know what, it did help make me who I was. It's like because of the fact of our parents always being down our backs and questioning us, and that we always had this inner voice in our head to make sure that we stayed on the straight and narrow path, so that we wouldn't have to.
That ain't
I
deep
mean,
shit to me.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, at a young age, I mean, think about it though. It's like whether it's that's just naturally who you are, but there's also an extra like reward of like not being the kid that gets in trouble. We taught.
So with certain stuff, yes. Like for me, like my siblings, like especially my brothers, like my oldest brother, like you met him, he kind of just like put some fear into me, like growing up, like yo, if I ever catch you drinking or smoking, I'm gonna fuck you up. I ain't do that shit. I'm like, yeah, I ain't trying to get fucked up by my
I
brother.
mean,
So certain shit kept me on a straight and narrow path, and then also I didn't like to be compared to my siblings either. And a lot of times, like my pop, he would compare me to my siblings, and I'm like, yo, I'm my own person. Don't do that. Mind you, I love my mom. Love my mom to death. She's like one of my best friends. I just don't constantly like the questioning on where I'm going, all that type stuff. Like who, what, when, where, and why. And then if I don't give her the answer, and I'm like, it's respectfully none of your business. Then she'll be like, oh, you need to talk to your brothers because of this, that, and the third. It's not going to change nothing. What is talking to my brothers going to do? Like, if I tell you who I'm going with and who it is, this and that, what is it going to change my safety?
No, it's just a woman thing, a fear-based thing. That's really all it is. Truth be told, they feel like, oh, if I know, then if anything goes wrong, I'll know who you are, where you at, and what you get. But then it's like, for you it might be a little different because you had brothers and a father around. I just had a mama, so yeah, I wasn't doing shit. I couldn't go nowhere. Like my household was up to where it's like, oh, I can't go. You can't go nowhere and do nothing. Go over to nobody's house unless I meet their parents. You think she ever took the time out to meet their parents? So mine said it. Yes, mine
And that's one of the things I do respect about my mom because she do care. She has two older sons that was basically in the streets and stuff like that, and a lot of that fear from them, I think she did have towards me because she didn't want me to go down that path. But I'm like, you didn't need to have that fear with me because I wasn't going down that path regardless. Based off of my personality and what I wanted to do, I wasn't down that path. And they wanted to make sure I wasn't going down that path either. Talk about my brothers. Like, it didn't matter what was going on. I wasn't going down that path, point blank, period. I had good friends. I had good family members that made sure of that.
Right,
So
right.
it's like for me, like the fear towards me was unneeded. It's like I felt caged up like a bird, and then including my voice too. Like if I try to sit here and express myself, oh, you're being disrespectful. Stop talking back. Da, da, da. Like it's like okay. Now when I get older and I start voicing myself, you're not used to me saying something back now. Not used to me voicing my opinion. Now it's disrespectful. It was never disrespectful. It's just you not used to it no more, or ever wasn't used to it. You just want me to just follow in line, just do what you say because it makes you feel better. What about me? What makes me feel good and what makes me happy in my boundaries?
Understood. Let me ask you, how do you respond or how do you deal with disrespect?
Before I would snap. I would snap. I ain't like it. You ain't gonna disrespect me and think that that's okay. You already know I'm petty. you ain't gonna treat me some type of way and think I ain't finna get your ass back. I'm gonna get you back. But now I'm trying to just fall back off of it. Like, if you disrespect me, then it's not like, it just depends on the level of disrespect. You're not gonna put your hands on me and think that I ain't gonna.
Oh yeah, you getting
respond.
your teeth knocked out.
Yeah, I'm gonna respond. But if you out here just calling me names and shit like that and just all that type of stuff, uh, it's just words. Like, whatever. I'm gonna walk away from that. But people I care about, like, you're not gonna do certain shit and think I'm not gonna respond. Yeah, I've seen that happen. Like, motherfuckers tried my mom and my sister at the same time.
Oh, I remember you told me about that
Drove
story.
all the way down. Like, people that's from Delaware, they know, like, 202 Concord Pike. I'm driving all the way from the Concord Mall, zooming down that joint. My sister called my phone. You need to hurry up and get here. This boy over here try to say, hey, fuck you up, this, that, and the third. He talking crazy to me and mommy. As soon as I pull up and I get out the car, who the fuck talking crazy to my sister and my mom? But like, oh, nobody talking crazy to her. I'm like, oh, so it must have been you. I get in the crib with them later, my sister and my mom later. They're like, yeah, his whole attitude changed as soon as you got out the car. I'm like, I don't know the fuck why.
I'm cracking up.
Like, keep that same energy. Like, you're not going to disrespect people that I like.
Big back.
Nah, what you say, Nate?
He said a big scary motherfucker just pulled up. So I said big back.
Like,
He seen big back.
Like, maybe. Like, I guess he must have assumed that I was gonna be this skinny ass nigga that was a bitch. I'm like, nah.
You probably got out in the car and lifted up a few inches. He said, "Oh shit." Yeah, never mind.
Like, I'm a very docile person. I'm very chill until you piss me off. Now it's a wrap. I don't care what the fuck you gotta say, you gotta do. Nah, I'm putting hands and feet on you.
No, I agree.
Big toe.
I'm cracking up. I'm really trying to learn. I'm trying to learn how to deal with what I deem as disrespect or things, setting boundaries. It goes hand in hand. So I'm a little different. It's like the people that's closest to me are the ones that can piss me off.
Mm-hmm.
But then the people like outsiders, I take disrespect from everybody else and like kind of just suppress it. But then I turn around and take it out on the people that's like in my inner circle, in a sense. And I'm trying to learn how to not sit and dwell on stuff that like, bothers me, like learn how to nip stuff in the bud, but without being too emotional or very like angry about it. Cause like with me, it's either say nothing at all or like you gonna feel me, like, and I'm trying to find like that medium balance to like articulate what it is I'm feeling, but without calling you some choice words or like being on 10, cause like
I'm gonna hurt your feelings.
it's not about what you do, it's about how you do it. And I also realize like sometimes the crash out does feel good, but it's not worth the amount of energy. And then on top of that as well, like you never truly say what you really feel, because it's like when you upset or you like don't take a moment to think before you speak, you're not really expressing what you truly feel. You're just more so just trying to like combat disrespect with disrespect,
right.
So that's kind of one thing I'm like working through, trying to learn how to articulate what I'm feeling. And it's funny, I told this one of my homeboys, was having a conversation, and I had to explain to him as well, like, not everything is disrespect. Like, to you in your world, something I do may be disrespectful,
Right.
but to me, like everybody's versions of respect is different. So it's like I feel like where real respect comes into play is when you express a boundary and how a person moves after the fact.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, do I respect you enough to take into account and take special note to this boundary of yours?
Yeah.
Or do I not care at all? I'm just going to continue to be me. And I think,
Yeah, no, I get that. Because a lot of times, like, it's just like with, like, when you're in a relationship with somebody or like any type of relationship, friendship or like romantic relationship, if somebody don't know that there is a boundary that you have set and they cross it, I understand the response of somebody crossing that boundary, meaning like the you being upset or hurt, cry or whatever, but you also got to give them some grace because of the fact that they didn't know that there was a boundary there. It's-
Not to cut you off. I agree. So I actually do agree, but I feel like maybe other people can relate to this. One thing I struggle with, right, is that I don't necessarily know the difference between something being a boundary and something being like me projecting a trigger onto somebody.
they kind of go hand in hand because like if something is a trigger to you, then that's a boundary that you need to have set. So therefore, it doesn't trigger you because you know how you're going to respond. So until you're able to comfortably deal with whatever said trigger is, sometimes you need to set a boundary. So therefore, you can be able to properly deal with this without it affecting you and that person. You get what I'm saying? So like if every single time I question you about where you're going, this and the third, and it reminds you of your mom or all this type of stuff in the third, and I never know that, how am I supposed to adjust properly? But now once you do tell me and I still continue to do that shit, now that's just a matter of I don't give a fuck about your boundaries. I'm going to constantly keep disrespecting you in this manner. And so it's like you already articulated yourself. You already set this boundary like, hey, please don't do this because it's going to cause me to react this way because it triggers me. And now it's triggering you. I can't be mad at how you respond because I chose to constantly keep disrespecting your boundary. You get what I'm saying?
I do. I think I do get that. I think for me, I feel bad for the fact that it like I feel like where I'm at, well, where I have been in my journey, a healing journey, right? And so, to me, I don't say a lot of the times I don't say things when I'm bothered or upset because I feel like I shouldn't be feeling this way because it's like you shouldn't be. It's like being aware of your traumas and your triggers, and like then being mad that they are traumas or triggers. Like I be feeling like, oh well, how long am I gonna sit here and keep saying, oh, because my mom did this and da da da. But and so it's like I be going back and forth in my head, but it's like, nah, this shit really is like pissing me off. But it's like you know better and you can't like. That's kind of like the cycle I get caught up in, like, cause I do get that part. But then to me, like I said, I hold myself accountable for everything, and so I look at it as, well, you shouldn't be letting that affect you. But
But it takes time.
yeah,
Like it's not going to be an overnight thing. Like that's why we set boundaries, not to just like shut people out, but just sometimes to protect themselves and yourself. Like people, when hurt, they build walls because they're scared of being hurt. But it's like sometimes you gotta set those boundaries to protect others and yourself until you're able to get the opportunity to really figure out what's causing this. Until you're able to actually deal with this, and like I said, once you figure that stuff out, you be able to take that shit down. Like it's not saying like, oh, somebody can sit here and still disrespect you,
no,
but it's like once you figure that out, now you know exactly like, all right, I'm cool. This don't bother me no more.
yeah.
So
It's
now
about
that boundary
that.
not really in place really no more. It's
'Cause
like it's still there. Like yeah, I don't like to be treated like this because I'm gonna think about that, but it's not gonna affect me no more if somebody does it.
I agree. Let me ask you this: how do you think that all of this plays out into intimate relationships with a partner? Respect and disrespect. How do you even communicate or find that level of respect, an agreed upon respect?
I think from the very beginning there needs to be open communication. See?
Is that your mama?
Yep.
I'm cracking up.
Yes, it is.
It's-
Like, mind you, I can't be mad at her because she's in my favorites. So even when I put my phone on D&D, she's gonna come through.
Ain't nobody in my favorites. Do not disturb me. Do not disturb.
But the fact that she's an emergency contact, she's in my favorites, and I got my phone on D&D, she don't know I'm doing a podcast right now. Otherwise, if I told her and she called, now it's like, yo, I told you what I'm doing. Nah, I ain't doing that right now.
If she called 2 more times, then
She just might. I don't know.
on the third answer, you gotta. On the third time she called, you
Yeah,
gotta
that's
answer.
where I'm like, yo, like, what you doing? Like, what's up with you? Shit, what was the question again?
Intimate. You was saying.
Oh yeah.
There needs to be open dialogue.
Yeah, from the very beginning, there needs to be very much of an open dialogue, a conversation about one. You got to understand yourself. You really got to understand yourself. But once you sit down and have that open dialogue conversation, like, hey, this is what I have been put through. I will respect it. I would appreciate if you respect my boundaries and not doing this as I work through these things. So therefore, at least you know that, hey, if this happens and I respond this way, it's not a you thing, it's a me thing. Because sometimes, like, some other people might cross that boundary. But if it's just like, oh, this is your partner, and you got to give them time to constantly have it in their brain, because sometimes we do fuck up and forget about shit. And so it's like, all right, you got to give them the opportunity to still get adjusted. But let's say you got some time in with the person, like, how I see, like, how things play out with disrespect and respect is just, like, y'all being able to, like, what are your beliefs? How do you go about things in life? Like, what do you want from your partner, and how do you like for them to act and respond as an individual, and how you want to be treated? Like, if you don't know how you want to be treated, then anybody going to treat you any type of way. Like, you got to express that. Like, hey, I need you to, as a man, towards this woman, I love it when my woman comes to me and be like, hey, babe, I really appreciate everything that you're doing for me. Like, or if I do something wrong, hey, I don't like how you had showed up towards me today, or in our conversation, how you was yelling at me. Like, that was something that me and my girl would go through. Like, ex now, but my girl during our relationship, like, during our times, like, she would say that I'm yelling at her, and I'm like, I'm not yelling. Like, but due to the fact of how my me having a deep voice, if my voice feels like it's getting like louder or deeper in any type of way, shape, or form, she feels like that I'm yelling.
A lot of people say that about me too. You said that about me too. But you know, I was thinking about this earlier. I was thinking in the car. I really realized the difference between when I'm passionate and when I'm mad, and I'm speaking at that tone.
Yeah.
You know the difference. You'll know the difference is if I'm cussing a lot. If I'm cussing a lot and I'm speaking in that tone, then I'm mad.
For me, it's just about reading the body language and the expressions. Like, if I know we're having a conversation and we're both going back and forth, like, I'm not viewing it as if you're upset. I'm viewing it as, like, we're passionate, going back and forth with what we're talking about, compared to a certain different topic where I can see the emotion in your eyes and how you're responding and stuff like that. Now it's like, yeah, you're responding out of pure emotion and not like you're talking from here instead of here. Like, the passion comes from here, like, because you're like, oh, for me, like, the passion comes from here because you're not just talking from your heart and emotions. You're like, okay, like, I'm really passionate about talking about this. Like, you can be happy passionate, you can be like just different ways, like, your passion shows up
what you mean.
where you're not talking through your
Just
pure
strictly
rage and shit like that.
Yeah, I feel
So that's when I say, like, towards the head, because, like, you're still, like, a lot of arguments, like, conversations you're having is, like, you're mental with it. It's just you're passionate about this conversation.
Okay, 2 things. Because you know how my brain works. One, we're going to have a conversation on vulnerability. And men. 2, I want to ask you, because for one, for you to even be able to communicate and express that with your girl at the time, that requires a level. I feel like expressing your boundaries and triggers requires a level of vulnerability to begin with. That's just why I made that. But I don't want to get too far off in that. What I'm interested in understanding is, okay, using that example, when you speak in a passionate tone, she takes it as yelling and, you know, X, Y, and Z. if that is fundamentally who you are, and that's not really something that you could be mindful of it, but that's who you are, and you can't change that. Would it still be considered? How would you consider? Where would that fall in terms of respect, disrespect, or how do you even view that? You know.
Um, so I would genuinely just have to sit down and think about like what is our conversation about? Like how like is it something that I'm making her upset about? Is it like me talking about something or bringing something up? Like if we go back to the whole like situation with her mom, like the conversation that we was having back and forth. If I start talking like real passionate and everything, is that really me being disrespectful because I'm over here upset about something and I'm expressing how I'm upset, but now my voice just the octaves just went up, or am I actually sitting here being disrespectful? Now the disrespect to me would start to come in if I start uh saying crazy stuff about her and her mom, like just being overall nasty and rude and all that type of stuff. Where it's like, no, if I'm over here just expressing myself like, hey, like this is where I live, I don't have to do this, that, and the third. Like, but just I'm still being respectful towards her. But you also gotta respect my boundaries of this is my house.
No, so let me throw a little caveat in that though. To her, it's disrespectful. Not, I don't know with her. I'm just saying
Yeah,
in
yeah.
scenario, like I'm her. This you yelling or talking to me in that manner is disrespectful to me. You see
Now,
what I'm saying?
yeah, and let's say like during those times when we would have conversations and she would feel like that I'm yelling, like a lot of times like I could have handled things a lot better, like especially with a lot of our conversations. Um, that when she would say that I'm yelling, I would view it like, oh, I'm not yelling. Like, what are you talking about? Like, but because to her, me talking with a certain tone or like for her probably aggression, like it's coming off as if I'm yelling instead of mild tone, sitting down, just having a conversation, da da da. And so now it's like, okay, if this feels like I'm yelling to her, then maybe I'm a little bit too passionate right now. Maybe I need to take the time and step away. Then we can come back and have a civilized conversation where it doesn't come off as if I'm yelling at you. Could I've handled it like that during that time? I could have, but I didn't.
I mean, but I also think it's one of I asked that because I think that's using that example. That's one of those things that's situation like it. You don't know until you know. You can't control or turn
But
off
that
what you.
wasn't like just one time. This was multiple times,
No,
multiple
but
conversations.
that's what I'm getting at. Like you can't turn on and off your passion. Like we get to talking about politics, we get to talking about
Yeah.
spirituality, we get to talking about growth and development. You see, we be at work. That's what we're passionate. That's how we
Yeah.
talk. I can't control. I can't. Oftentimes, I don't even realize that I may be, because I'm so passionate about it. But I say that, well, because it's like, if y'all had a conversation, she says that's disrespectful. You may become aware of, okay, talking about this subject makes me passionate, and so you use that awareness of, okay, when we have talk about this or X, Y, and Z, I'm gonna da 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 da. But okay, then what happens next week? Well, y'all start talking about something else, and you won't even realize it because that's when you're passionate. That's just how you are.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, but my thing, wouldn't your girl, for example, when she comes, like if that's the thing, how would she know, how would she be able to differentiate the fact of like, okay, this is just how my person is when they are passionate versus like this person is just constantly trying to, at what point do you kind of like, where's the compromise, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, if she was here, she'd be able to say for herself. Um, like maybe one day she can come on the podcast and have a conversation with her. But as far as like, just like the compromisation between that, I don't know. I don't know where would be the compromise. Like whether or not it's just like, hey, like if you start to feel yourself getting a little bit passionate, or if I start to recognize that you're getting passionate, then it's like, hey, can we take a time out because you're getting passionate? Like I start to feel like you're elevating yourself. Like time out. Let's cool down. Then we can continue the conversation. Like, okay, my fault. maybe that could probably be a one.
Do you think? Nah. Do you think? Do you think that would be a reason for her for anybody in that type of like situation to be like, kind of write you off? Cause what I'm thinking about is I feel like disrespect also comes down to the intent behind the action. So it's
Of
like
course.
if you're passionate and you're quote unquote yelling, but
Mm-hmm.
that's not really my intent isn't to disrespect you or X, Y, and Z.
I think you kind of know if it's your partner or a family member, you kind of know their personality somewhat. Like she knows my personality and that I'm never really trying to be disrespectful. She could tell when I'm trying to be disrespectful, like most people could tell. But she knows that I'm never really trying to be disrespectful towards her, or because I never call her out her name. I never put my hands on her. Like anything that she needed, I would try to do for her. Like so, I was never really disrespectful towards her. It's just certain things that would trigger her or that she did not like, and that was her boundary. She didn't like me quote unquote yelling when we're having a conversation. So like I don't know. Like
Let me ask you something. Did your mom or dad like were they like when they explain things or were they yellers?
so my dad has a deep voice, so he didn't actually have to yell. Like so did he? I don't think so. I would always hear them having conversations from upstairs and they would just be loud in general. My dad talk on the phone. I could hear him from upstairs. So I don't think that they ever really like yelled. Maybe my mom did.
Or like even let's say they explaining something to you.
My
What
dad wouldn't. My dad wouldn't. My mom, she wouldn't unless like we're going back and forth about some shit. Then she'd be like, "Dad," like now she's yelling at me. I'm like, nah, I gotta yell back. We'll be on the phone. I'll be like, sometimes I'll be like, why are you yelling? She's like, cause you're yelling. I'm like, I wasn't yelling.
I'm just curious because I know like my mama definitely like yelled a lot and just was always like yelled, but then also very like that in high level of voice like when talking to. So I'm just curious like is that a product of
The environment.
yeah.
I don't know, like, cause I love my dad to death and everything, but it's like we don't have the type relationship where I was able to really see his personality like that. To be like, yeah, like I know how he is when he's passionate. My mom, like, I can tell like when she passionate about certain stuff, but it's just also like her personality still be like more chill too. So it's like it's hard for me to tell. I don't really know. Like
A mix between the two.
I don't know. Like I think I just got a total different. Like I'm like my mom a lot, and my mom says that I got some of my dad's characteristics as well. But personality wise, I feel like that I really am far from them. Like I really feel like I am.
You think so?
Like if anything, if you because you met both my brothers, I'm in the middle ground of both of them. Like literally right in the middle. One is chill, one is on 10. He can be on 10 if he want to. This one stays on 10, but he can also be calm. I'm right in the middle ground. So,
I feel like every family member got that one person that's like a nice little middle ground between the opposite. Um, what was I gonna ask you? Oh yeah, so respect as a man, kind of the video you was watching. Let me ask you as a man, do you feel like you want respect or love? Which do you value more? Do you feel like they go hand in hand?
they go hand in hand because, like, you can't have one without the other. Like, you can love me as much as you want, but if you disrespecting me, why do I want your love? I don't want your love if you're going to sit here and disrespect me every single day. And then you be like, well, I love you. All right, thank you, but you're being disrespectful towards me. You're calling me out of my name every single time you get the chance, or you're threatening me with divorce. Like that's disrespectful. You're hurting me in the process of your love. But like I want your respect. Like especially if I earned it. Like I want the respect, but I also want your love because it's like why wouldn't I want you to love me? I want to love you, and I'm going to give you respect.
I low key, huh? I low key feel like you can't respect somebody that you don't love, or well, you can, but like you can't respect. Which way do I want
You
to
can
say?
respect somebody and not love them. I can give you all the respect in the
Yeah.
world, but I just don't love you. I can have love for you, but I still respect you. I respect everything that you do. I just don't love you. Like, and you can love somebody, but not respect them. Like, there's been plenty of people who've been in relationships and be like, I love this person, but I just don't respect them at all. So that's where they be like, oh, you gotta love them from a distance. Because a lot of times, like, they be doing shit where you're like, yeah, I love you, and therefore I gotta separate myself from you because a lot of shit that you be doing, I don't respect that.
But then again, that still makes me think that because you love them and you have enough respect for yourself and that person, you remove yourself from the from the situation. Like, cause I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking about it. It's like I view love as an action, and now that I'm thinking about it, and I feel like it goes hand in hand. Respect as an action is something that you have to choose to give, just like you have to choose to, love someone every day. And I think that if you have no type of love for like even for example somebody that you don't know, you have to have some type of love for the being alive and being a human to show some type of common respect for, like, I'm not saying you have to dramatically be in love or X, Y, and Z, but I feel like love is an action. It's how you show up. It's the compassion. It's the respect that you show people. It's it's high. It's like, it's in your actions. Like when like for example, because I love myself and because I love people and I love the fact that we are here to have this experience. When I walk into a room, I'm gonna respectfully say, "Hey, good morning." I'm gonna ask about how are you doing. I'm going to and that's just on like a very like small,
Right.
small scale. If I didn't have love at all, I wouldn't care to give any type of respect at all. I wouldn't care to respect because I don't have any type of love in my heart. If that
Yeah.
makes sense.
No, I get what you're saying, but also it's like when you sit down and think about love, because you said like something like love is a choice. So is respect. Like they're both actions that you choose to do every day, day in and day out. So it's like if I'm choosing to respect you, I'm also choosing to love you.
Exactly.
And so as I'm doing both, that's why I said like they both go hand in hand. Like you can do one without the other, but you could also like they both go together.
I feel well. So I remember why I said that now. I said that because if a person is disrespecting you, they don't love you. It goes down
Of
to
course.
intent. Like it's that. Yeah, that's why I said that. Now it's making sense in my head. You know how it
Okay.
is.
Well, just
Yeah, that's what I was essentially was trying to get at. That like I don't know what you were saying, but you were saying something about a person that constantly disrespects you or whatever. There is no, like I said, disrespect comes down to the intent. Sometimes we disrespect people without consciously being aware, but when you're intentionally disrespecting somebody, there's no way that you have love for somebody.
now this would be my question. Then. Can you actively like disrespect somebody by accident?
Yeah,
But for how long though?
that is on the receiving end of the person that's being disrespected. That you get what I'm saying? Because how do I know I'm disrespect? We literally just talked about it. How do I know I'm disrespecting you if you don't tell me?
But what if you end up being told and like you still end up doing stuff by accident without realizing like yeah I didn't realize I was disrespecting you.
Reframe the question again for the second part.
Like how if you're disrespecting somebody but yet they told you already like yo like these things are disrespectful this and the third, but as you're going throughout life how do you know that you're still disrespecting the person? Like if you just going throughout your daily days, like how do you know? I don't know if
Well,
I'm
you
making sense.
said, well, because you said they do bring it to your attention.
Yeah, they bring it to your attention, like saying like, yeah, like I find this as disrespectful, this and the third. But then as you're going about your days, like, let me just ask this a different way: are you able to keep disrespecting somebody with like ill intent, not knowing like, yeah, you're actually being disrespectful to people? Like a lot of times people like, yeah, like that. I'm a misunderstood asshole. I be saying stuff, not realizing that certain things are disrespectful. But if somebody else breaks it down to me, like, yo, like what you said, a lot of people will deem as disrespectful. And I'm like, really? Like that's disrespectful? Okay, stuff like that.
I'm hearing you, but then I'm also processing it in my head. So it's like
Accidentally being disrespectful.
accidentally being disrespectful, and you're getting like. So are you saying is that okay or like?
So, prime example, when at work, when I was talking about the whole big back thing, like obviously we all eating like donuts and shit like that, but I'm just like damn, we all some big backs. Like, Shawty took it offensively. Why are you taking it offensively? Like, she felt some type of way as if I was being disrespectful to her. I'm like, I'm not directly saying you're a big back. I'm saying we're all big backs.
Right.
Like, it's a joke. Like, but you're taking it offensively. You're taking it as if I'm being disrespectful towards you. I'm like, how am I being disrespectful? But somebody else could probably say, oh, like that was disrespectful. Like, you talking about somebody's weight. I'm a part of this too.
That's not a good example. I'm gonna tell you why. Because in that situation, how that could have been nipped in the bud is, hey, I would appreciate on that person's end. Hey, I appreciate weight is a sensitive subject and X, Y, and Z. But y'all don't have that type of rapport. I'm a little confuddled in my head because I'm more so the way you was saying it was like if a person tells you like your natural essence or way of going about things is disrespectful, but your intent is not to disrespect.
All right. Matter of fact, here's another one. When I speak on my black women and everything, because I love my black women, I love my queens, but when I say certain stuff about their weight, there's no way in the world that you can speak on any woman's weight and it's ever going to be positive. Like you can never say it in a good way. You can never say it in a way where it's going to come across well. So when I say certain things like, oh, like as a woman, like you already struggle to lose weight. Like as you get older, it's going to be even harder for you. You deal with having to bear children. Like you gain weight from that. You have periods. Like that's bloating from that. You deal with different type of emotional things that deal with your body that causes your weight to fluctuate. And as you get older, mentally, once you start to see that you gain weight, you can't fit certain things, you're gonna be like, damn, like I can't fit this, that, and the third. Da, da, da. Now you start really looking at yourself differently. And I say, don't even allow yourself to get there. Like actually start taking care of yourself. One, it's better for like the child when you do go to try to have one, but then also it's better for you overall because I already know where you're going to get to. So me, the intent behind what I'm saying is positive, but it's coming across as disrespectful because of what I'm saying and who I'm saying it to.
Was it warranted though? Was your intent asked for?
Depends on like the person. Sometimes it's a conversation that we're having.
That's different. I feel like it's very I feel like sometimes we have to be mindful. Like our intention may be to like enlighten someone or to help someone, but don't give nobody nothing they didn't ask for. They could have simply asked you a simple, for example, like using that example, let's say it was you was talking to a shorty and she was like, oh, what's a good workout? And you go into this whole spiel about weight loss and da 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 da. She could take that as disrespectful because it's like, I didn't ask you for all that. I didn't need you to tell me about my weight. I just asked you about this one specific thing. You don't know what X, Y, Z, da, da, da. So some people might take it as offense, but that's just really one of those situations where, like I said, your intent. You weren't intentionally trying to be disrespectful. That's really just one of them things you just take it on the chin and just be like, okay, adjust.
Yeah, this is funny shit. So me and my ex, like, we had went over to a party, like at her family's. I'm comfortable with specific people in her family. We go in there, and I immediately think of like the was it Cat Williams movie where he was locked up in jail, and Tiffany Haddish, like she goes to see Cat Williams while he's in jail. She got her son, and then she got a baby in her lap.
What's the name of that movie?
School Days.
Oh yeah.
Like immediately he looks at the baby like, whose goddamn white baby is this? Like, and he goes in that whole spiel. So I bring that up because when we go over there to her family's crib, I see a baby that looks Asian. Like, I'm like, whose goddamn Asian baby is this? Like, a room full of damn near black people and shit. She's like, that was very disrespectful and all that type of stuff. I'm like, it was a joke. Like, it wasn't meant to be disrespectful. I'm like, the baby look Asian. Like, room full of black people. Like, how am I supposed to know, like, that the baby, like, could have been adopted or whatever? I'm like, but I could tell the baby's black, but he look Asian. Like, so it's just the fact that it came off disrespectful, and she literally she dug into my ass about that shit. It made me feel bad, and she was just trying to break down to how it comes off disrespectful. And she's like, if you said it to me privately, it could have been an insider that we found funny. Granted, nobody was like upset or anything, but she was embarrassed about it, and she felt embarrassed for them too. And I even apologized to the lady later. She was like, "Oh no, you're fine." Like, it was funny. And it was like, "All right, cool." But it's still the fact that for her, she was like, "Oh, that was disrespectful."
I don't think that was disrespectful. I mean, again, somebody. Somebody.
Shit, that motherfucker had me and a couple other people in there cracking the fuck. A lot of people was laughing.
I mean, yeah, respect and disrespect is subjective. I do feel like we at least do. One thing I do feel like we can all agree on is that we owe everyone the common decency and respect of being a human being. The common decency and respect of if I walk past somebody speaking to them,
Yeah.
I feel like the common decency of, I'm walking in the door, whomever, like being respectful to, I feel like that basic level of respect shouldn't even be debated upon, but then when we move into those different like areas and like we gonna always be having different nuances and different, everybody has different experiences, different, everybody got different worldviews and perspectives on the world. So I might be like, "What's up, bitch?" and you might think that is the most disrespectful. You might be ready to fight.
Motherfuckers don't like some people don't like being called, like women, like they're okay being called a bitch by their friends and stuff like that. But if a guy say it,
"Who the fuck is you calling a bitch?"
Then everybody.
But mind you, and that's funny you say that, because then when you think about it, it's funny because, like, okay, females refer to themselves as bitches. I'm the baddest bitch. I'm the da-da-da-da. And
this is why we need a woman for our third co-host. Like, we're looking for one.
Yeah.
Please, slide into our DMs. Let us know if you're interested. Like, the links is in the description below, the link tree as well. But this is why we need a woman, because then they can kind of like bring some insight to that.
Because this is like, that's what you refer to. So,
we need a woman perspective on this shit.
I'm about to be a little controversial.
I'm always controversial. Not you taking pages out of my book.
So, nigga, the word nigga. I'm just like, we not.
Yeah, man, we say it, but what the white people say it. Nah, I think it's because of the fact that you say,
I'm cracking up.
I think, like, even when it comes to some shit like that, it's like, I get where you going, but then also it's like for us, it's like, granted, we took nigger and changed it to nigga, and we put a whole different meaning behind it.
But if we want to even go back further, nigger came from negus. Negus means kings.
Black people, we just take shit and we flip shit around.
I'm just
Take
saying,
shit, flip
though.
it in reverse it.
And nothing in this world is new under the sun. But yeah, I don't know. We're not gonna get into that because that'll be very
Different conversation for another day.
yeah. But it definitely, it's like when you think thinking about stuff like that and put it into its perspective, it's just like if you don't want to be,
Don't like it, don't use it.
yeah. But any other, thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, gripes?
I don't know, Nate. You got any questions for us?
I don't have any right now because
Yeah.
I'm pissed at this camera again. That's what I'm.
Oh God, yeah. Another technical difficulty.
Is
Blame
that
Nate.
day camera or?
It's the fucking SD card is too small for an hour and 20-minute conversation.
Jesus
It has
Christ.
not been an hour and 20 minutes.
My watch is dead, so I don't know.
Hour and 16 and counting.
My watch is dead. I don't know. Well, technically, I can look at my iPad, but I still don't know what time we started.
I don't remember. But
That was all for you?
yes, sir.
Okay. Well, that's all the time that we have for today. If you like this episode, please make sure that you follow, like, comment, and subscribe to all of our social media platforms. Again, if you want to support, you can do so by going to our website, www.traumalessapparel.com, or donate to the Traumaless Cash App at officially Traumaless. Please join the conversation by clicking the link below and leaving comments for everything. Yeah. Again, I'm your host, JR. It's my co-host, Pat.
Yeah.
Stay tuned to the next episode.
Neil's got the beats.
And we came to turn it up. And it ain't over, so just hang over till the gang is out. Get the bacon, shake and bounce. And the shake and break and making money till the bank is out. And the shorty keep him busy with it, keep it dizzy with it. Love it when she getting jiggy with it. And she throw it all around. Trying to spin around, but it ain't over till it's over. We ain't finished now. And she winning now, getting figures now. Tell her get 'em now, put it in her mouth. I'ma hit it now, hit it, split it, kick her out. Put her in the crowd, shout 'em what it's all about. In the midst of the mischief, this kid just did it different. Taking pictures with my friends and all my sisters. A couple blisters from the Vicks, I couldn't get it, but still I put it on my mind. Now it's time, let's bounce, 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 bounce. And it's about time, so let's bounce, let's bounce, 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 bounce. And it's about time, so let's bounce, let's bounce, bounce. And it's about time, so let's bounce. About to take it out, cause we came to shut it down. Ain't no wait around. All the shaking, breaking bouts.
He sings, he got the, it's like gas station love. And his voice sound like something somebody was plucked out of back in the 60s and the 70s. I got an idea, right, that throughout the decades, the earth or the people produces these talents. They bring them back, to something that was old, it becomes a new again. And I think that, that reincarnation of people, or that wash, rinse, and repeat when it comes to, humans that existed with those type of talents, they always pop back up in the future. More cemented in your purpose, the other people, their lifestyle is not going to line up with yours. Mm-hmm. If I'm riding around listening to, I'm listening to some type of jazz, right? And you hop in the car with me and you want to hear some NBA Youngboy. And I'm like, nah, man, I'm listening to jazz.
Nah. I have never put NBA Youngboy on. Like,
Yes, the principal.
whatever.
You know what I'm saying?